Well, Matt, we're a week on now from Carlisle. We had a bit of a break, come back with a strong point away, long away trip. It's been a little while now, kind of reflecting back on that. How did you see how the game went?
As always, we watch the game back and reflect on our performance, good and bad. And there's lots of things I was pleased with. Certainly in the first half performance. As I say, second half, like I said to Tony after the game, I don't think it was as good in the second half as we were in the first. Got into really good areas, good moments, but just maybe that little bit better quality to maybe create or score more goals on the day. But like you say, a team flying high in the playoffs, the longest trip of the season. Again, I thank the 70 odd supporters who went up and supported us up there with the 1 o'clock kick-off and the train strikes. But overall, another good point on the road for us, and really pleased with the performance and certainly the result, although if anyone deserved to win it, I feel it was maybe us edging it. So no, it's a good result, good day for us, and we've had a good week's training. Looking forward to now Saturday.
Also with Carlisle, notably Ali Smith came back from injury, which I'm sure you, as everyone, was very happy to see.
Yeah, it's been well documented. I spoke a lot about our injuries this season, and Ali's one of those long-termers and is the first one back into contention and getting some minutes. And Harry Buteman started full training on Monday as well. Has had a full week and he'll be involved in the squad on Saturday as well. So I'm really pleased that we're gradually, I feel, turning the corner on certainly getting some back. And hopefully we can get the others back as soon as we possibly can.
Well, just as we're on the injuries, I suppose any updates on any of the other players? Will Randall had to come off with a little knock as well. Is there any update on him?
Yeah, Will and Omar came off with little knocks, and they should be fine for the weekend. Adam Lovett as well. Unfortunately, though, he's not fit and available due to a concussion. He suffered a head injury in the first half, and we withdrew him from the game and wasn't very well on the bus on the way home and for a couple of days after. So that's really disappointing for Adam. But as I said, I've got Ali Smith and Harry Buteman who are back in training with everyone. John Barden's now coming back into the group and into the training ground 1 day a week. So it's great to see John now starting to do his rehab, which is obviously going to be a long old road, but really pleased to have him back amongst the group. Matt Ridley's been up at St George's Park this week doing his rehab, so that's a really good benefit and facility to go and use. Kobe Rose obviously downstairs now in the treatment room, and he's again got a long road with his return, several months. But again, Ben Goodliff and Aaron Pierre are back doing really hard running sessions, if you like, to hopefully return back to football and contact next week for both of them. Both haven't played for a hell of a long time, so we'll hopefully get medically past fit in the next few days, and then look to build up their football fitness to really get back pushing into the team. So I'm really pleased where they're at, and then just the injury in midfield to add on. Apart from that, we're starting to get the bodies back fit, and just even them having them back in and around us and out on the grass, those characters, those mentalities have certainly given us all a big boost as well.
And I'm sure I feel like it's probably good coming up to a busy Christmas period, as it always is, that we've seen there's no Tuesday games recently, so it must be a bit of a benefit as well having those full midweeks off just to focus on training.
Yeah, just and focus on training and also it gives us a little bit more time to get the injured players back. And I've been like it for a while now, but just desperate to try and get to January and pick up as many points as we can along the way, because I feel in January with maybe a couple of tweaks to the squad, but with the majority of those injured players returning and coming back fit, it's going to be a huge new signings for us, if you like, with those ones coming back, and suddenly we could have 7 new faces training with us every day, and that'd be a huge boost to us and the squad.
And I suppose you don't reflect too much until the end of the season, but I suppose we're probably coming up to that Christmas end of year reflection point, right? And I think, as you say, it's about getting as many points on the board. But I think so far with the injuries that we've had, I would say it's been we've done fairly well so far. I mean, what would you say coming up to Christmas? How you see the season?
Well, if you're talking about a year and you do reflect, don't you, in a calendar year and maybe not a season, been another unbelievable year for us.
Yeah.
Finishing 76 points at the end of the season in our first EFL campaign, a Wembley Cup final, and how unlucky we were on the day there, but still an unbelievable achievement for everyone involved. So it's another historical season, a historical year if you like, for us. This has been a little bit of a blip in the road, for many reasons, not just injuries being the main one for me, but I really feel what it will coming out the other side of that now. And yeah, we've put some points on the board. We want to kick on and have a strong second half of the season and see where that takes us.
Yeah, and no better place to start like the present. Colchester visiting us at the VBS tomorrow. As all League Two games, going to be a tough game. Kind of, what are your thoughts going into that?
Yeah, like I've always said, another tough game because they all are. Doesn't matter who you play. And Colchester are a localist game. They'll be a decent following, for sure. And the manager, I think it's only his 11th league game. I think he's had 10 league games. I think so. He's still new to the job, but what he has got there and what he has inherited, he's got a good squad and he's got some good players and some very experienced players who have played many league games and been around the block. So they'll be looking to take his ideas on board and try and pick up some points as well over the festive period to make sure they climb up the league table. So we're in for a really tough game tomorrow, but it's one we're looking forward to.
And I suppose, does it make it slightly more challenging, given that there's been a change in manager with Colchester, potentially different ways in playing, in terms of doing your homework ahead of time and doing all the work you do pre-match? Yeah,
because and I've said this is always with every team you play against. There's sometimes timings when you're playing throughout the season, and some might be struggling lower confidence under a previous manager, and that might be when you want to play them. You might not want to play a team when they've got a new manager and they're trying to freshen things up. So, yeah, and I'm just talking about Colchester today. I'm just talking about generally across the campaign and timings when you get teams and timings maybe when you get us, for example. We're starting to get stronger in the new year, hopefully, and you might not want to play us then when you might want to play us in the last month, 6 weeks, when we've been a little bit light on numbers. So, but that just that evens itself or works itself out across the season. So we're looking forward to Colchester and a local game. And I know we've got the covers on the pitch, and I believe the pitch is in good shape at the moment. So I see no reason why the game won't go on, even due to the cold weather. Back at home, back in front of our home support, coming into the festive period, which I absolutely love. I love football around this time, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game.
Well, best of luck, Matt. We'll see you down at the VBS tomorrow, and all the best.
Brilliant. Cheers, James. Thank you.